If you don't know how much it costs to service your average customer over the course of the year, you are running your business blindly. It doesn't matter if you're bringing in, 20 grand a month or even just $200 a month. If you don't know your numbers, you're literally gambling, and gambling is obviously not a proper business strategy. Every quarter, I like to sit down and calculate one thing that tells me everything I need to know essentially about our business. Obviously, there's tons of other KPIs that we get into as well, but there's one thing I focus on the most: the cost to deliver our service to the average customer per year. I like to run this number for every different type of customer that we service, from our quarterly general pest control customers to customers that may just be on monthly mosquito, customers that may even just have our Trelona annual termite base station monitoring program, and of course, most definitely the customers that are on our preferred protection plan, where they're covered on literally everything that we have to offer. Why do I do this? Exactly because I want to know exactly where we're winning as a company and where we may even be quite literally bleeding money as an organization. Here's the reality of business: the only way to scale profitability is to know what it takes to fulfill your promises. Not guess, not assume, not have a ballpark, but know your numbers. How much chemical are we using on an average quarterly service? How many technician hours do we average for a 12-stop day, a 10-stop day, a 20-stop day? What's our average drive time, and how does this correlate to how much gas we're using per week, per day, per month? How much truck maintenance expenses do we have on a quarterly and yearly basis? What are we having to spend in admin costs in terms of their hourly wages? How much are we spending on callbacks? What's our average callback rate per customer per year? Because let's be real, most people, when they're just starting their pest control business, they're pricing based off of BS Google ads that they're seeing from competitors. You see a Google ad like $49 a month or $79 initial service, like the one that even we run, and you think, oh, I can price my services at $79 per quarter and I will be making money just fine. Meanwhile, little do you know, you have no clue if you're actually even making money or not. And that's how pest control businesses stay stuck, or even worse, grow fast and then collapse. Because the last thing you want to do is scale a business where you're barely making money on every single service. You think that you're doing the right thing because you see your sales forecast going up, but you actually can't afford to pay anybody a quote-unquote livable wage because there's quite literally no more profit available for you to give up. So the easiest way to date that I have figured out how to do this, incorporating AI like always, in our business to make it easier to run these numbers, is every quarter I like to compile all of my numbers from our CRM, which of course we use Gorilla Desk for our main CRM, but I even like to take some of our data from our QuickBooks software as well, and I'll compile all this information and put it into ChatGPT. From here, this GPT will give me our chemical costs, tech hours, travel time, truck expenses, even how often each customer usually gets serviced on a 12-month cycle, including callbacks. Ultimately, the GPT helps me calculate the true cost of servicing that customer year in and year out. From there, it's pretty simple, right? We figure out how much it costs to service a customer, how much we're charging that customer, and then from there, we have our remaining profit. And a lot of times, it'll actually be a pleasant surprise to realize how much you are actually profiting on a customer, and sometimes it might be a rude reminder that, hey, we actually need to either raise their rates and price them out, or we raise their rates and they decide to stick on with us. And I don't know if you notice, and nowhere have I talked about saving money. This is not about saving money. This is about optimizing everything. We want to optimize our marketing, our pricing, our routing, and ultimately our growth strategy. If you haven't figured it out by now, if you don't know your numbers, your true numbers, not ballpark numbers, your numbers, then those same numbers will destroy you. They don't lie, but they will surprise you. You should make this a habit. Put it in your Google Calendar, your Gorilla Desk calendar, whatever CRM you're using. Put it in every calendar that you have access to, that every 89 to 90 days, check the math. Stop being afraid of AI. Utilize tools like ChatGPT and Claude to do the heavy lifting for you. Don't just look at your bank account and assume that it tells the full story. The goal isn't just to make money. The goal is to keep it, and then from keeping it, we have to scale it and turn it into something that lasts and continues to grow without us working on it. If you got any value from this, do me a favor, smash the thumbs up, and if you're listening to it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you audio listeners tend to be listening to, do us a favor and review the show. And comment down below, what are the numbers that you like to watch the most in your business? And did we go over any today that, kind of got your gears turning on just ways that you can utilize some of the things we talked about? Maybe not even numbers, but maybe even this up and coming technology. And then, of course, like we said, if you never calculated your cost per customer, please start today, because if you don't respect your numbers won't respect you, and you will be just another number in the never-ending statistic of businesses that fail within their first year, first 2 years, first 5 years, etc. As always, I appreciate you guys so much. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments as well. We do plan on doing a live stream here before long. It's about the 4th of July at the time of me doing this video. We plan on scheduling that live stream probably over the weekend, where you guys can at least see that it's scheduled. So be looking out on YouTube if you haven't joined our live streams before, or if you tend to miss out on them. Just check the channel every day periodically over the next few days, because we'll have that scheduled. And once we have it scheduled, you'll be able to hit the notify me button on there directly to be notified as soon as we go live for the live stream.